Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm grateful to have this opportunity to say a few words about my dear friend, George Cobb. He was a unique and extraordinary person who profoundly impacted our community and so many of our lives. He was a brilliant thinker, writer, speaker, and colleague. When George spoke, we all listened. He made us smile with his wit, but he also challenged our ways of thinking about statistics and education. Despite being a shy and quiet person, he had an electrifying presence when giving a talk. I first met George in the late 1980s at a project meeting for a new NSF grant that had been awarded to Cliff Knoll at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. George came to just one meeting and spoke in a quiet voice, but he had such a presence that I knew I wanted to get to know him better. Over the years, I was fortunate to be able to work with George on projects for the National Science Foundation, the American Statistical Association, for MAA, for CAUSE, and for the National Research Council. We served on committees together, advisory boards together, and panels and symposia together. He contributed to every project I worked on and every grant I headed. His input was invaluable, and he always challenged us to think outside the box. One of the last projects that I worked on was Catalyst, and that was mostly inspired by George's 2005 keynote address to the first U.S. Conference on Teaching Statistics in Columbus, Ohio. I'm grateful for the visits George made to Minneapolis, where he gave talks to our seminars, he visited my classes, and he spent time with my students. One year, George came to our monthly Stat Chat gathering for statistics educators in the Twin Cities. It was near Halloween, and two high school teachers, Mike and Dan, traditionally brought a Stat-O-Lantern to this gathering, a pumpkin carved with statistical symbols. To honor George on this special visit, Mike and Dan brought a Cobb-O-Lantern, which was a Stat-O-Lantern with corn cobs coming out of each ear. George good-naturedly posed for a picture with the Cobb-O-Lantern, and it's one of my favorite photos of him. The last time I saw George was when he attended our SRTL gathering that took place in northern Minnesota in 2013. He was the designated statistician among a small group of educational researchers focusing on inferential statistical reasoning. I remember how he made sure to talk to each person at the gathering and over the course of the week. He made each person feel listened to and valued. He also brought along his banjo, but was too modest to play for the group. Although I recently heard that he gave a private concert one night to Cliff Knoll, and I'm sorry I missed it. George was a charismatic but humble leader and a truly great person. He was what I like to call a mensch, which is a Yiddish term for a person with integrity and honor. The world has lost a treasure. We will all miss him. Thank you.